Hello and welcome to the supplemental draft here of 2024. All three nights of the televised draft have officially been wrapped up. If for those keeping track at home, in case you need a reminder, heading to Raw in the draft on the televised picks, we have Seth Rollins, Bianca Belair, LA Knight, Bronson Steiner, Tiffany Stratton with Mariah May, the entire grand jury, Damian Priest, Emerson Frost and Ken Cobain, Cora Jade and Montez Ford. Heading to SmackDown is Randy Orton, Charlotte Flair with the Royal Dynasty, Julia, Andrade and Angel Garza, Ricochet and Bronson Reed the Cyclone, Drew McIntyre, Carmelo Hayes, The Hurt Business, and Kairi Sane. And going to ECW is the House of Black, Kevin Owens, Sasha Banks, Rey Mysterio, Solo Sikoa, Death from Above, the entire trio, and Sheamus. So yeah, those are the televised picks. We do have more picks just to round out the roster, starting with the names who will be moving over to Raw as part of the supplemental draft. Those are from SmackDown to Raw will be La French Connection, David Martin, Idris Enofe, Malik Blade, and Viollet Martin. All of them heading over to Raw. And also, speaking of stereotypical groups heading over to Raw, the D'Angelo family are also heading over to Raw. Tony D'Angelo, Big Cass, Channing Stacks Lorenzo, Two Dimes, Adriana Rizzo, and Elektra Lopez. Also headed to Raw, we have Jakara Jackson, Oro Mensah. They are going to stay with Bianca Belair and Montez Ford. I teased that they might be split up, but that would be a death sentence for those two, so they will be remaining with Montez Ford and Bianca Belair on Raw. So those are the people coming from SmackDown to Raw. From ECW to Raw, we have Gigi Dolan coming over, as well as the team of the Birds of Prey, Killer Kelly and Lyra Valkyria. The entire Next Gen faction, Kathy Cole, Lucy Stryker, Samantha Riggs, Nene Arizawa, and Tracy Sharrow. Buddy Murphy, the former WWE champion, hoping to, get his career back on track on Raw. Wes Lee, the most underutilized wrestler of the year, as voted for by you. And Zergus, the former member of Path of the Dragon, who didn't really do anything on ECW because I broke them up, and then realized that I had singles Luchasaurus, and he's singles Luchasaurus, and he's not very interesting. So, yeah, Zergus heading back over to Raw. I'm sure you can tell what his long-term plan might be over there. But yes, that is the new Raw roster as of now. All those, I'll go over the entire rosters at the end, plus, write them out for a community post and all that. But yes, heading over to SmackDown. We'll start with the ECW picks, because there's only two names headed from ECW to SmackDown in the supplemental draft, and those are three names, actually. I forgot about Yoko. The female contingent of Ichiban. Just the women. So Yoko Uehara, Miko Satomura, and Aoi Maikawa. More Joshis heading over to SmackDown, I know. But, there's a reason they're all being stockpiled over there. And then they actually did stack out a lot from Raw. So heading from Raw to SmackDown, we have Otis, a former WWE champion in his own right, heading over to SmackDown, along with Grayson Bloody Waller and Aaliyah with him. Tyler Breeze, Baron Corbin, Omos, Brooks Jensen and Pretty Deadly, and Tonya Breeze, the Maximum Male Models contingent. And Zelina Vega as well from My Wrestling Academia, but just her, no Manny, no Dio, no Saray. And finally, the duo of Carmella and Shayna Baszler, the Fierce and the Fabulous, will be moving over to SmackDown as well. And then we have it from Raw and SmackDown to ECW, because of the state that ECW is, as an hour shorter, there's not going to be as many names heading over there. But, a nice compact roster for ECW. We do have from Raw to ECW will be Joe Gacy. We haven't seen him since, the whole pendant arc, but he just felt like an ECW guy, so that's where he's going. Ivy Nile and Kelsey Cook. So, yeah. Ivy Nile's match at Vengeance will be her last match as a member of the Raw roster, because she will be headed over to ECW following the show. And then, speaking of women, there's a lot of women heading over from SmackDown to ECW, those being Naomi and Shantae Washington, Indy Hartwell and Persia Pirotta, and Alba Fire and Iona Webb. Sorry. So their tag division, it did take a hit because they lost Kelly and Lyra. They lost Ichiban. So yeah, they're restocking their women's tag division with those 3 teams, as well as B-Fab and the God's Adonis Truth himself, Ashanti the Adonis. So yeah, there's the rosters for the coming season of TEW 2020 Challenge Run. Let me just get them all in order as I can read them all out. So the Raw roster on the men's side currently reads as followed. We have AJ Styles, Akira Tozawa, Anthony Ogogo, Austin Gunn, Axiom, Big E, Big Cass, Bronson Steiner, Buddy Murphy, Cameron Grimes, Carlito, Chad Gable, Channing Stacks Lorenzo, Christian, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Colton Gunn, Damian Priest, David Martin, Dijak, Dio, Senpai, Dominic Mysterio, Idris Enofe, Elias, Emerson Frost, Finn Balor, Giovanni Vinci, Gunther, Humberto Carrillo, Jay White, Jeff Jarrett, Jorge Santana, Ken Cobain, Kofi Kingston, LA Knight, Ludwig Kaiser, Malik Blade, Manny Kuhn, Montez Ford, Odyssey Jones, Orange Cassidy, Oro Mensa, R-Truth, Roosh, Santos Escobar, Seth Rollins, Slim Shanky, Tony D'Angelo, Trick Williams, Troy 2x Donovan, Wes Lee, and Xavier Woods. And on the women's side, it's Adriana Rizzo, AJ Lee, Alexa Bliss, Anne-Marie Porter, Bayley, Beatrice Vargas, Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Billie Kay, Kathy Cool, Cora Jade, Elektra Lopez, Gigi Dolan, Jade Cargill, Jakara Jackson, Kenzie Page, Killer Kelly, Kylie Page, Lucy Stryker, Laura Valkyria, Maki, Mariah May, Marika, Mina, Mizuki, Nene Erizawa, Rhea Ripley, Roxy Perez, Samantha Riggs, Saray, Sol Ruca, Tam, Tatum Paxley, Tiffany Stratton, Tracy Sharrow, and Zoe Stark, and Xia Li. Sorry, I missed Xia Li off. And then we get the SmackDown men's roster, which currently reads as Andrade, Andre Chase, Angel Garza, Angelo Dawkins, Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley, Brad Sawyer, Bronco Nima, Bronson Reed, Brooks Jensen, Brutus Creed, Buster Gates, Carmelo Hayes, Damon Kemp, Daniel Bryan, Dante Rios, Dexter Loomis, Drake Chambers, Drew McIntyre, Elton Prince, Grayson Waller, Ilya Dragunov, Jacob Fatu, Johnny Gargano, Julius Creed, Keith Lee, Kit Wilson, Kylan Rogers, Lucian Price, Miles Bourne, Nathan Kelly, Nebo Barnes, Neville, Omos, Oni Lorcan, Otis, Pete Dunne, Randy Orton, Ricochet, Ronnie Hughes, Rufus Hamilton, Sami Zayn, Shane Reynolds, Swerve Scott, The Miz, and Tyler Breeze. And then on the women's side, it's Aaliyah, Aoi Maikawa, Ariana Grace, Asuka, Ava Rain, Candice LeRae, Carmella, Charlotte Flair, Dakota Kai, Fallon Henley, Julia, Haley Paul, Hams Katana, Io Sky, Kairi Sane, Mako Satomura, Morgan Daniels, Piper Niven, Raquel Rodriguez, Shayna Baszler, Tegan Knox, Thea Hale, Tonya Breeze, Utami Hayashishita, that says VLA Marton, I need to move her over, she's on Raw, Yoko Ubihara and Zelina Vega. And then for ECW, a lot of names, but this one's going to be the shortest. We have Adam Cole, Aleister Black, Ashante the Adonis, Braun Strowman, Brody King, Cedric Alexander, Cesaro, Ciampa, Kurt Hawkins, David Fritz, Dolph Ziggler, Dudley Davis, Grand Metalik, Hook, Jagger Reed, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Joe Gacy, Joe Hendry, Kevin Fritz, Kevin Owens, Kyle O'Reilly, Lindsay Dorado, Matt Cardona, Minoru Suzuki, Mustafa Ali, Pistolero, Rey Mysterio, Rip Fowler, Rob Van Dam, Rikoru Serizawa, Roman Reigns, Sheamus, Shinsuke Nakamura, Solo Sikoa, Tamatonga, Terrell Dudley, Terrence Dudley, Tonga Loa, Warden, Zion Quinn, and ZSJ. Oh, and Bobby Roode. For some reason, he's not listed there yet. And Bobby Roode as well. And then on the women's side, you've got Alba Fire, B-Fab, Blair Davenport, Chelsea Green, Florence, Hikaru Shida, Indy Hartwell, Iona Webb, Ivy Nile, JC Jane, Kelsey Cook, Kim McQueen, Liv Morgan, Naomi, Persia Pirotta, Ruby Riott, Sasha Banks, Scarlett, Shantae Washington, Shotzi Blackheart, and Sonya Deville. Boom. And then the names who were previously on the roster but are currently free agents, obviously other than Logan Paul and KSI and guys like John Cena. The guys who are currently undrafted, i.e. I'm not sure what to do with them, or they'll go back to NXT or whatever. We have Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, Reggie, Carland, Sensei, Ridge Holland, Skylar, Top Dollar, Veer Mahan, Sanga, Roderick Strong, Danny Jordan, and Karrion Kross. So those are all still around, but they haven't yet been drafted. They're currently, I guess, free agents. But yeah, those are the rosters for the next coming season. Let me know who you think won the draft. And I'll see you next time for the first pay-per-view since WrestleMania 40 being Raw's Vengeance. See you then.